Awkward Mafia.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to another episode of Awkward Mafia Watches Lost. I'm Jesse.
I'm Kristine.
Today we are watching Missing Pieces. Yay. Should I have my notes for this? I probably should.
Are there going to be any mystery?
I don't remember. It's been a minute since I've watched these.
So, from what he's told me, Missing Pieces is like what it kind of sounds like. They fill in some gaps. So would there be?
Yeah.
I don't know if there would be any mysteries because if they're trying to fill in some gaps.
This series has a really long and complicated real world story. It was originally supposed to be a spin-off, like its own show, focusing on characters who were also on the plane that don't have actors, but non-union actors, so we can make the show on the cheap. But then they're like, well, people are going to want to see Jack show up, and we can't have Jack show up or Kate or Hurley and be a non-union production. So we have to cast union actors. Okay, well then it's not worth it to do a whole show separately. Then became, okay, it'll be a web series, and then okay, it'll be a mini web series, and then the writer's strike happened, and they're like, okay, we're not doing a full season 4. Let's make some shorts and put them out. Verizon will pay us money to make it exclusive to their phones for a week, and then it'll be viewable on our website. And now it's no longer on the website, but it was on the season 4 DVD box set, which is where I saw it. But yeah, I don't remember if there's mysteries in these, so I'm going to do a thing here. All right.
And this is exclusively like missing scenes from season 4? Or just
no, the entire series so far.
Oh, okay.
So first up, we're going to do these all in one, and I'm hopefully not going to have to cut any of this out because it's all online content. But the first one is called The Watch. Let's watch The Watch. Who watches The Watch? Min.
That was like the most Windows Movie Maker thing I've ever seen.
These are made on the cheap.
What you doing there, kiddo?
Throwing rocks.
Good. Good. Get all that rock throwing out before you get married.
It was either this or being inside with Sarah and the wedding planner, figuring out where all the flowers go.
Wise choice.
So this is
Listen, before tonight,
wedding.
Before things get crazy, I wanted to give you something.
This was my dad's.
And I thought it would only be fitting.
I've never seen you wear it before.
Well, that's because I never did. Your grandfather didn't really like your mother, and he thought marrying her was a mistake. He told me to my face the day that I got married, and then he gave me this watch. So I never wore it.
Dad, are you trying to tell me something?
Unlike me, you have made the absolute right choice.
Thank you.
Oh, here, it's yours.
I believe that is the watch he wears on the show.
I guess this is really happening, huh?
Ooh. As soon as they arrange those flowers, you run out of rocks.
Well, there's a lot of rocks out here.
Would you do me a favor? If you and Sarah ever have a kid, try to treat him a little better than I treated you.
No pressure, right?
I'll see you inside, kiddo.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just filled in like where he got the watch.
Where he got the watch and
Gave his dad a little more humanity, I guess.
a little more, yeah.
A little more character.
But also, his dad wasn't in that episode that much because he was really late to the wedding. It was like a weekend thing, and he missed the rehearsal, but he showed up the day of. So I guess I just want to show more that they did have a nice moment during that wedding weekend. Yeah, the watch. What'd you think?
Yeah, it's like a nice little detail. to know where his watch came from, but yeah.
Also, first time we've heard about Jack's grandfather. Apparently, he did not approve of his father's marriage. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Okay. Next up, The Adventures of Hurley and Frogurt.
Frogurt.
Frogurt was briefly mentioned by Bernard in season 2. He told Hurley, "Go get Frogurt," or the guy who worked at the Frogurt store or whatever, to help us move these large rocks to make an SOS sign. And fans immediately latched on to this character and were like, "When are we going to see him?"
I don't remember this dude at all.
Yeah, no, because it's a background detail that why would a normal person care about? But we're finally seeing who Frogurt is.
Okay.
All right, let's watch.
That's so random.
Hello, Harley. Frogurt. It's Neil.
Neil?
What are you doing in Rose and Bernard's tent, Harley?
Nothing?
Nothing, huh? Looks to me like you snacked some Dharma Cabernet.
Bernard said I could borrow it.
Don't worry, bro. I'm not here to get up in your scene. You want to steal from Bernie? You steal from Bernie. Let's have a question for you. What's going on with you and Libby?
What do you mean?
I mean, are you going to make a move or not?
It's none of your business, dude.
Look, Tubby, you're holding up the line. You and I both know that you're not going to get past doing laundry with her. So, how about you back off and let a real man show her what's left?
Really?
Really?
Well, it just so happens I'm way past laundry. Yeah, that's right. In fact, I got a date with Libby right now. We're going on a picnic.
You got a date with her?
Yeah. I'm bringing the wine, she's bringing the blankets.
Mm-hmm.
Well played, Harley. Well played. But this isn't over. If you can't close with Sweet Libby, it's Neil time. Now and forever.
What the heck?
Look at his face, like, really?
So apparently Frogurt also liked Libby.
Yep. And that's what Hurley was doing. He was getting the wine. Pumped into Frogurt. Hey, you're slowing up the line.
So random.
What did you think of that?
I mean, it's Hurley.
Yeah.
It's great.
It is sad knowing that at that moment Libby was probably dying. I mean, or getting shot. She didn't die till later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Next up is King of the Castle. Let's watch. Ben's in a wheelchair.
This must be strange to you. Not really. It's been a while, but my dad taught me to play when I was a kid. Actually, I was talking about you being here with us. Not what I wanted. It's been a long time since I had anybody with a little skill to play against. I don't suppose there's anything I can do to convince you to stick around. Relax, Jack. Just an idle question. We have a deal. I fully intend to honor it. Intend to, or you will?
Well, it's not entirely up to me. If the island doesn't want you to leave, it won't let you.
What, the island's gonna sink the sun?
No.
Oh, Jack.
I promise you, I won't do anything to prevent you from getting home.
But if you do leave this place, the day may come when you want to return.
Damn.
Never.
I've learned never to say never. And if that day comes, I hope you remember this conversation.
That did not age well.
It's a nice try, though.
Yep, season 4 ended with Ben and Jack together, determined to get back to the island. Yeah. King of the Castle, what'd you think?
Yeah, I hope he remembers that conversation.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's like those words did not age well. I intend to. Also, I'm not gonna. I will do everything in my power.
I like that Jack clocked like, you intend to or you will?
Yeah. If the island doesn't want you to leave, you won't leave.
The island's gonna sink the sub.
It's like, yeah, it did. Well, technically, I guess Locke did, but Locke
But-
is apparently.
Locke showed up literally minutes before Jack got on the sub, so like, was it the island?
Was it? It was kind of, because Locke is obsessed with the island, but I don't know.
And who knows? All right, moving on to number 4, The Deal. One more try.
Hello, Michael. Juliet.
They met.
What do you want?
The boat you asked for. They wanted me to tell you. It's yours.
Good.
Beatrice told me you saw your son. I've spent some time with him, with Walt. He's a very interesting kid. He's very smart. He's very special.
What do you mean special?
Well, he's not an ordinary boy, which is why I'm worried about him. So I'm very glad that you agreed to do this for us. I'm glad that you're going to get him away from here.
You expect me to believe that you give a damn about my son?
Believe it or not, Michael, I am not your enemy.
Oh, you're not, huh?
No, I'm not. Our man in your camp. The one you're going to free. His name's Ben. He's very important.
Is he the one who can get me off this island?
Yes.
Will he?
Yes, he will.
I guess I'm just supposed to take your word for that, huh?
I guess you are. I made a deal with him, too.
Why are you still here?
Because he saved my sister's life.
And where is she?
Miami.
But you had to stay. What's the point in saving her life if you can't be with her?
Wouldn't you do anything to save Walt? You have your list. Good luck.
What'd you think? I think it's an interesting one. The idea that Juliet knows Walt.
Yeah.
That her and Michael do have some things in common in that regard. They're both kind of trapped by Ben. And
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really change how I feel about any of it. But
But I mean, at this point in time, Juliet you would think she'd want to sabotage this mission to kill Ben. But to her, it's more important that this go well so that Walt can leave.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
I like that detail where it's
it makes sense for her
because she when she had Jack alone, she was like, or you can fail, or maybe he dies. You know, you expect her to like, maybe you kill Ben instead of saving him.
But it makes sense because she's like, I mean, she's not like knowing her character now. It's like, yeah, that's Juliet. She's not a bad person. She actually does care.
Yeah.
Like she may be like a little, like she may be a little manipulative, but like and lie, but that's mainly for survival.
Yeah. Yeah.
She does care about people and and stuff.
All right. Next one. Operation Sleeper.
It's okay. We need to talk, Jack. Ever since I got here, the people in your camp, Saeed, Sawyer, they don't trust me. They think that I'm here to hurt them, and it's only a matter of time before they figure out.
Let anything happen to you.
Thank you. Please let me finish. It's only a matter of time before they figure out that they're right.
What?
They shouldn't trust me. I'm still working for him. For Ben. You sent me here to study the women, to find out which ones were pregnant.
Why?
So we can take them. He promised me no one would get hurt.
He promised you.
Listen, Jack.
How could you? I thought that you were one of us. I saw it. You wanted to get on that submarine as bad as I did.
But I didn't get on it. And neither did you. Just... I guess I thought that it was actually going to happen. That we would get off this island. I was naive to think that he would let us.
Ben was in a wheelchair. Locke blew up that submarine.
Did he?
So, you're only here because he sent you here.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me this now?
Last night was fun. We saw the baby growing inside her. If she's still on this island in about a month, both of them will be dead. I've been living Benjamin Linus's dream for 3 years. 3 years. It's time to wake up.
Yeah, that's when she told him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never saw that. It was just like a...
Like, yeah,
it
Jack
was
already
it was a surprise that Jack knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's good to actually see the conversation where she's like, they don't trust me. They think I'm here to hurt them. And it's only a matter of time for them to realize that they're right. And Jack didn't let her finish. Like, I'm going to protect you. He was like, thank you. Let me finish. I'm trying to tell you.
I know.
I'm working for Ben. But yeah, that's a nice one, I think. All right.
Oh, that means too Jack knew that son was pregnant.
Well, he knew before. He's the one who double checked her pregnancy test when she first took it. Yeah, no, right off the bat, Kate, Sawyer, and Jack knew. And then Sawyer told Bernard. Yeah, Sawyer was not keeping that a secret. All right, next up is Room 23. Remember Room 23? It's where they kept Carl. With those weird glasses and the Jacob loves you.
Oh god. That alarm sound
Did it again.
that we all know and love.
You know.
Well, you're gonna have to tell him to stop doing it.
I'm not going in there.
Fine, get Beatrice.
She's not going in there either, Ben. None of them will. Tom won't even bring them food. They're all scared. Look, Ben, his father is out there looking for him. We could bring him back.
No.
This is your responsibility. You are the one who wanted him here.
Jacob wanted him here. He's important. He's special.
He's dangerous.
He's just a kid, Juliet. He's a child.
He's just a child. Come see. What kind of child does this?
Oh.
So Carl had powers?
No. This is
Walt?
This is Walt.
Oh.
They kept Walt in room 23 when they had him because they were all scared of him. He's just constantly summoning birds and they're hitting the window and dying. He's probably not even aware he's doing
No,
that.
I don't think he is.
He's just scared and wants out, and they're like, we can't handle whatever this kid is. He's too special. But Ben says here that he's not the one who wanted Walt. Jacob wanted Walt. Which is interesting. Yeah. A lot of Walt stuff in these missing pieces.
Yeah. But they still haven't explained Walt.
No. Just that he is.
Yeah. He is this,
Not what or how, it just is.
like, so are they ever going to explain that? Because, like, it's, like, especially now, because it's, like, he's kind of, like, out of the story. Well,
He popped up
again with Hurley, but...
He has so far appeared at least once in every season, I think. Because he was in season 1, and then he was at the end and a little bit in the middle of season 2. Season 3, he showed up to Locke to save his life. And season 4, he was in a window really far away.
And then also with...
Oh yeah, and he visited Hurley.
Yeah, with his grandmother.
Yeah. So...
That's why I'm like... I mean, I guess he could come back because, like, he's like, why y'all lying?
Yeah, I mean,
And-
they've skipped forward in time, so his age isn't necessarily a problem anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, are they ever... I mean, he could. That's what I mean. Like, he could come back technically because now they're off. They're like off the island, or at least those 6 are off the island.
Yeah.
They're like, he could come back and like maybe have a part to play with them getting back to
The end of everything. Yeah.
Because they need to explain Walt. Like, that's a huge character who's just like, yeah, he has these powers. Okay, bye.
But he's not the only one with powers.
No,
But he seems to be the most powerful of the people we've seen. Other than, I guess, Jacob. But we don't know if Jacob's even human.
Yeah, we don't even know if he exists technically.
Yeah, we haven't really seen him. We've seen this invisible force, and then we've seen Jack's dad say that he is a representative of Jacob.
And then we've seen, like, Locke heard him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Locke heard him. And,
But,
then he started some fires.
But he's Locke.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Number 7. Arts and crafts.
No, it's gonna be an arts. I love arts. Oh, I miss arts.
Rest in power, King.
I know.
연인 사이 같은데?
아니에요.
참 눈빛이 장난이 아닌데 뭐.
누나하고 시연에는 남매치라고요.
당신이 어떻게 알아? 쟤네도 한국말 할 줄 알아?
아니, 그냥 그런 것 같다고요.
What's all this about moving from the beaches? Huh? Going to the caves? Are you guys going to the caves? They don't speak English, dude. Are you going?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
No, I'm talking about the caves. Are you gonna go to the caves? Jack and that bald guy in, what's her face? They found some caves, and they think that actually we should move from the beaches to the caves.
So why shouldn't we?
What? Okay, number one, moisture. Caves are abundant with moisture. Moisture breeds bacteria and attracts insects that would lay eggs in our mouths while we sleep. Right? Hey. I know that you don't understand me. But if there is a vote to go to the cave, you vote no. Get it? No.
Hey, shouting at them is not going to make them understand
Right.
anymore.
Dude, if Jack says it's a good idea, maybe we should, trust him.
Why? You tell me. Because he's a doctor? Is that what qualifies him for leadership here? How do we know he's not a mental case? I want to tell you something. The other day, I'm in the jungle and I'm taking a leak. And Jack runs through the jungle crying for his dad. Okay, fine. You moron. Okay, good riddance. I'll stay right here on the beach with all the people who want to survive.
The monster.
I'll see you guys at the caves.
Yeah, they have no defense on the beach whatsoever. If that monster ever just went to the beach, it would wipe everyone out. It's weird that it hasn't done that. So
Well, I mean, we don't really know what the monster is or how it's being controlled or what anything, right? So
yeah, that's true.
I love how Arts came in with actually a pretty solid defense on why not to trust Jack. I heard him yelling for his dad out in the woods. He was just running around.
It's hilarious thing that Art saw that.
He's like, why? How do I trust this man to be a leader? And then he just hears the monster and he's like, I'm leaving.
Oh yeah, the monster. The thing we all keep forgetting about.
Yelling at them is not gonna make you understand. That was good.
You vote no.
I love it.
I think those two are lovers. No, they're brother and sister.
Actually, they were both correct.
Yeah. She's like, but the way he looks at her. Because,
They nailed it. They both nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's worse than Session.
We're not talking about the Inuyasha sequel series. All right. You all at home, look it up. We're going to watch Buried Secrets.
It's worse, though.
No, yeah, it is. Because they actually did grow up. They spent many years together. Delilah Chow.
Vincent! Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I was looking for Vincent. I didn't mean to scare you. You okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I just needed a moment by myself.
Hey, you sure you okay?
I'm just...
No. You don't have to explain.
I was going to leave him. I was going to leave Jen and start a new life in America. But I changed my mind at the airport because I was afraid.
It's okay. It's okay. We're getting off this island any day now. Things will change.
No. It's too late. This place. It's my punishment. It's my destiny.
No. Maybe you should talk to him.
He's not the man I fell in love with.
Maybe he just needs a little time. It's been hard on all of us. It's okay. You'll be okay.
I must go. I'm sorry.
Come here, Vincent. Come on.
Saved by the bark.
So it would make sense that she would have her new ID cards on her when the plane crashed.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't let you find these on accident. So yeah, she went to bury him. And yeah, there was a lot of shipping of Sun and Michael in the first season. That was the original plan. Mm-hmm. Was that Jin would sacrifice himself to save a bunch of people and kind of redeem himself. And after he died, Michael and Sun would get together, and she would be like Walt's new mom, kind of thing. But when they when they started turning Jin around, people started liking Jin a lot, and they're like, well, we can't kill him off.
I know.
Or not yet, anyway.
Still salty. How fucking dare they? They made me... That's like some Game of Thrones type shit. Like, they made me like a character. They made his character growth so good.
Because season one, you
kill him off.
You didn't like... Jin was your least favorite season one. Because he started so low and dug deeper, and then he started going up. And it's like, okay, he's above water, but he's still not there yet. And then season 2 is just like, I would die for Jin.
Like, oh my god.
Oh my god, Jin's a perfect boy.
Like, okay.
And then season 3, you're like, it's Sun's fault. Jin's the good one.
I mean...
And then season 4, you're like, I just want them to be happy together.
Look, I do. You see my arc through, like...
Freaking my arc. Like.
Through all the seasons of Sun. all the different flavors of, like, me reacting to just Sun and Jin individually and as a couple. I'm like, fuck them. Like, fuck Jin. Fuck Sun. Nah. It's like, god damn it.
They have to be together. I love them both.
Damn it. And then they fucking kill him, and I fucking hate this. I hate it here. Why would you do that? Why would you make their character arc so good just to kill him?
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to see them do like more blatant hinting of what the original plan was, the Michael Sun stuff. Because it kind of got abandoned halfway through season 1. But they just look like, actually it wasn't complete, like we didn't know that there was something going on there. Not like full on.
Yeah.
Because Michael was like really close to Sun, and then he came even closer with Jin. You know? Yeah. Like, they're like brothers by the end of season 3. So it's like...
I'm glad that they actually took that route, because it's nice to see, like, just, like, that kind of platonic friendship happening between both of them.
I think it's more interesting than the triangle.
Yeah.
Just him, like...
Like, even if he did die and, like, they got together, which would be fine, but, like... Yeah, it does. I think the bond between the three of them makes it more interesting.
It's the most interesting part of him coming back in season 4 was Sun and Jin finding out that Michael's back. Because it's like, oh, because we never saw their reaction to what Michael did.
Yeah.
They were not with everyone else when it happened, and when they rejoined everyone, we didn't see what they did when people told them what happened.
And they never like went into like how they felt about it either.
Yeah.
So
because Michael was their like best friend on the island, and then he did this horrible thing
and just left.
Yeah.
He left them.
And then it was just kind of about like, oh no, Sun is lying to Jin and she's been doing it their entire relationship. And then, it's like focusing on them, which is, good. But the Michael stuff, I think, could have been played up more in season 4.
And I think maybe that's why, like, it's hard for me to like Michael because, like, they fleshed out Sun and Jin, like, individually and as a couple. So, like their motivations and everything, like they're more of a like person, like a character.
Yeah.
But with Michael, it was like maybe it's just because they didn't spend in like sufficient enough time.
Well, he only had 2 seasons, and
they
intentionally torched his character at the end of it.
So like, it was like it's hard to like his character because of like the way they wrote him. So I'm not saying like I think it just may be like.
And then he comes back with a superpower. Or like, you just can't die.
It feels a little lazy. And like, also like, he like, unlike Jin, where like, he hits rock bottom and then you see him come back from that. Like, Michael, like, I mean, you think the murdering thing is hitting rock bottom, but it's not, right? Because when he comes back in season 4, then he hits, like, after he gets back to New York, he hits rock bottom. Yeah. And then he never comes back from that. He just dies. So
he tries to save everyone. He sacrifices himself to postpone the bomb.
Yeah, it's almost like they did, like, they were trying to do the same thing for Jin. Like, they
they gave Michael Jin's story.
Yeah. But they didn't
delayed a season.
But they did, but the problem was like they didn't like. So maybe it's a good thing they didn't do this to Jin because like it's more like I didn't care enough about Michael to like feel anything for his like redemption, like that whole sacrifice he did with the bomb.
The bomb,
Like it should have been like this really noble sacrifice. Like oh man, like Michael really like. Paid off in the end or whatever, right? But like,
because it's like he told Jin, like, Jin, go back to your wife, and Jin doesn't make it. So it's like his sacrifice saved the people we already know lived. And failed to save Jin.
Who is his best friend. Like
whose watch he sold for a gun to kill himself with.
Like it didn't really he didn't really redeem himself, and it was like.
Not enough. It didn't redeem himself enough.
Yeah, he like hit rock bottom and then kind of just stayed there, and like the thing is like he hit rock bottom after being gone for like 2 seasons or something. One season, actually basically 2 seasons.
Basically, because it was like a season and a half because he doesn't come back near till the end of season 4.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like he
was gone for part of season 2.
Yeah, so it's like we don't see anything. We don't even see like his development to rock bottom. You just see him murder a bunch of people. He leaves. That's it. And then you see him again and he's at rock bottom and he feels all this guilt and shit. And you're like, well, that's your own fault. And then it's like, it's not enough to feel or to care about his character and care about like wanting to have him redeemed, if that makes sense. Like, I don't care if he redeems himself because like I don't even care like that he hit rock bottom. Like he just killed 2 people like that. Okay, and then that was it. I feel more bad for Walt. Who has like less lines and stuff, like because he's like a victim in all this. Like his dad is a piece of shit, his mom is a piece of shit, his stepdad was a piece of shit.
All he has left is his grandma, who he legally cannot be related to because Walt's dead legally.
Right, yeah.
He's living under a fake identity, living with his grandmother.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows how that works? Well, I guess no one knew that she has a connection to Walt, really, because Michael was not part of it. Gave up parental rights. So she can just... Walt did not live in New York ever. No. So she could just say she took in this kid.
She could say anything, really, and people are like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, it's like...
But not only that, but the Oceanic 6... never visited Walt, never checked in to make sure Walt was okay.
I know. Like, what the fuck?
Like, I kept waiting for one of you guys to come say hi or
I know.
Or tell me what happened to my dad.
That's actually kind of fucked up if you think about it. Like, none of them? None of them came to check up on him.
Like, Son never visited him.
Right, I think she would.
She would have, right?
I
or
think
Hurley. I could see Jack and Kate and Saeed being too involved with their own crap.
Yeah, but
Son and Hurley, are like, they were friends with Walt.
Yeah.
Son took care of Walt on multiple occasions.
Yeah,
she was best friends with his dad.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird that she, she was pregnant. She was dealing with. Yeah. I mean, she's on her villain arc now. She's she's making deals with Whitmore. I don't know where her head is at, but it's weird that she never visited Walt.
But that took a while. That took years, probably. I mean,
we know her. She didn't meet Charles Whitmore till after her daughter was born because she talked to her on the phone. So
that's at least like a few. Like that's at least like.
But she bought her dad's company.
Yeah.
And presumably whatever criminal empire thing he's working on, she's like in charge of it now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I feel like she would try to find Walt.
Yeah,
I think she would, and especially because
send some money his way. Like, hey, I know if you're struggling. Here's
especially because Jin passed away, and Michael was Jin's best friend and tried to save. Well, I mean, she doesn't know that, I guess, but like Michael
was family up until even after the incident stuff, because him and Jin went right back into working together to fix the bomb problem.
When they saw him on the boat, they were like
Michael.
They didn't look mad. They looked shocked. And
like to sing a ghost. Like,
and kind of like, I'm so glad you're alive.
Like, you're here.
Yeah.
Huh.
It wasn't like hostility.
And then once they started talking, they kind of went back to like, I'm so happy for you. Oh, it's great. And, you're pregnant. And him and Jin working together, trying to find the bomb.
I mean, they probably had some feelings, obviously, but like, they probably just set it aside because they were dealing with this thing.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like you could feel the tension between them, but it wasn't like you could tell they had like Sun and Jin had like some issues there, right? They probably felt like a little betrayed by Michael, but like they just kind of set it aside. So it was like clearly they still care about Michael enough.
Yeah.
But
Walt, screw him.
I know. That's why it's weird to me that like.
Well, maybe Sun knows something. Like it's not safe to visit Walt.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because they're keeping a secret or something.
I mean, that's true. Like,
she's so rich. How could she not arrange something?
Right?
I mean, she walked up to Charles Whitmore in broad daylight.
And then she told him, like, hey, I know who you are, and like, you know who I am. Blah,
she
blah,
can't
blah.
go to a school and be like, Walt Smith, come to...
Or not even Walt, like just...
Whatever his new name is.
Yeah.
That's why I said Smith. Yeah. Like, please come to the principal's office, and she's just in there saying, hey, I can't, officially be here, but I wanted to see if you're doing okay.
Right? Yeah. It makes no sense. Anyway.
He says Jeremy Bentham visited him, and we found out that that's Locke. So Locke visited Walt, I guess.
Which also, I mean, that makes sense, because they were
probably the closest.
So that made sense. But then...
But no one else.
Yeah, like Locke visited him, but y'all didn't. Son, you didn't know?
Yeah. All right. All right. Next up, we have tropical depression.
Okay. That was a long one.
Yeah. We had a lot to say there.
Yeah, it's always with Michael episodes where you... Sorry to get. Oh yeah, he has bugs.
Yeah.
Dr. Art. Yo. Dr. Art. Yeah. Hey. What's the wind situation gonna be like for the moment?
Tomorrow, I don't know.
What?
I'm not a meteorologist. I'm just a high school science teacher. All that stuff I said about the monsoon season, I made it up.
What do you mean you made it up?
I just wanted you to get that rat built and get off this rock and have us all rescued.
Okay. Alright, no worries.
Get it? I fell in love with a woman from Australia. Met her on the internet. We chatted with each other for about a year. They all my money and I flew down to Sydney. I shouldn't have used my buddy next picture. Okay, I admit that. I've said that. I was sorry. I thought we were beyond that, so it made no difference. I thought that we really connected. So I get to Sydney and see her, and she looked so beautiful. I took her out to the nicest restaurant I could find. Ordered a lobster. And she frickin' disappeared. Never came back to the table.
Yeah,
They wouldn't even let me give the lobster back.
you catfished her, Art.
That's not the worst part. Not the worst part. The worst part is I could have just hung out, sitting in the bar seat. You know what I did? I booked an early flight out. Oceanic flight 8:15.
You know what? I would really love to feel sorry for you now, but, you know, take a look around. Everybody on this beach has got a story just like yours. Think any of us want to be here?
No, I know nobody does. I'm really sorry that I lied about the weather.
It's okay. Draft is finished. We're getting out of here. We're going to bring back help.
You are. I know you are. I know you are. And I am going to be the first one on the beach waving hello when you get there. Okay, man. Okay? Take care.
Aw, Art. Damn, Art's catfished a girl? Fuck.
That's why he was in Australia. He was catfishing someone.
Oh, Art's.
She ordered a lobster. Then she disappeared.
Wait, but then, okay.
And they wouldn't let me return the lobster. She ate it. Or she ordered it and left so that you'd have to on your bill. Like,
she... But then, you know how he says, like, he's just a high school biology teacher?
yeah.
But it's like, if you have a doctorate, I mean, why wouldn't you know about the monsoons?
So this is closing up a plot hole because monsoon season never happened. He said it's going to hit, like, in a couple weeks. And we're, like, 2 months out from that, and it never happened. So fans were like, hey, what happened to monsoon season? I thought we were going to start getting some storms on the island. And then
Okay, so they're like, he lied.
he lied. It's just easier to say he lied than to explain why there was no monsoon.
Alright, I guess. But he's a doctor. He should know a lot of stuff. Anyway. Yeah, it's funny.
It's fun. It's a funny solution to the plot hole.
Freaking Art. I can't believe he catfished. That's such an Art thing.
I know I shouldn't use my friend's next picture, but I thought we were passing it that way.
Like, no, what?
I like that line from the Boondocks when Grande gets catfished.
I've never seen Boondocks.
It's very funny, but it's like a young, beautiful woman, and she's like an older woman. She's like, "What? Oh, you mad because I don't look like the picture? Well, you know, you're shallow. I thought it's about what's on the inside. On the inside, you're a liar."
Right? Yeah. That's a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the inside, you're like.
All right. Next up, we have Jack meet Ethan. Ethan, Jack.
You're the doctor, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, I heard you were rounding up the medicine, so I figured I want this. Jackpot, right? I must have a contract or something.
Where'd you find this?
In the jungle. I mean, by the way.
Jack.
Thanks, Jessica.
What?
Getting all this together, having a little perspective, you know? Thinking long term. Most of them still think we're going to get rescued any time now.
You think I know?
No, I think you're smart. And I think you're looking at that girl. No, you might actually have to deliver that baby here. I know that's what I'm thinking.
Well, it's nice to know I'm not alone.
You're definitely not alone.
If she does go anyway, at least I know I've got an assistant. sorry.
Sorry, don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm glad you made something.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Jack, my wife died in childbirth, and our baby didn't make it either. Well, let's hope we're both wrong. The rescue boats are on their way right now. Let's hope.
What'd you think?
It's kind of weird knowing because like Ethan had a thing for Claire.
This fills in a couple things. One, how did Jack have so much medicine? Ethan gave it to him. He claims he found it out in the desert, but clearly he just got some stuff from the medical station, put it all in one piece of luggage, and was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, look what I found. This is great." Yeah. Hopefully this helps you guys. Because he wants Claire to survive and, be fine so they can get the baby. But also it adds more context to Ethan's actions in regards to Claire. His wife died because she got pregnant on the island, most likely. And he's like attached that to Claire. Where he's like, you're like my wife. I'm not going to let you die too. I love my wife. I have a creepy attachment to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it made sense.
It makes sense.
Why he was. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do like, because we see in season 4, Jack open up a suitcase and there's just tons of pills and stuff. And they're like, how does he have, like, I get that there was the hatch and there's probably some stuff in there. But, like, that's way too much. He always has antibiotics and what they need. It's like, how did he get this?
Yeah, sometimes that stuff I just like.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of, I think it, but I'm like, you know what? It's not important. It's irrelevant to the plot.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know how for anyone who gets periods, on like literally every show, you're like, how are they surviving here with their period? Like, with like, no, like, that's why like sometimes on this, like even on Lost, I'm just like, how are they? I mean, granted, I guess they were only there for 3 months, so they would.
Yeah.
But still, like, and I guess, like, it does depend. Like, sometimes when you're really stressed out, it can, it can stop.
I was just editing Eggtown, the Kate flash forward episode, where you're supposed to think that she's pregnant with Sawyer's kid, but when she doesn't want to sleep with him and states that she knows for a fact that she's not pregnant. That's we don't want to talk about this. But she had her period. She was late, but she had her period finally. So she's not pregnant. But they didn't want to say that because, ew.
Yeah, I don't.
That's icky.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's interesting though, like, because, yeah, do they have, like, how are all the people dealing with their periods?
Well, like, all the main characters get pregnant at some point. Like, Claire was pregnant for a bit of it, and then Sun got pregnant. Kate was late, but
she never got pregnant though.
True, but the other main female characters, are like, yeah, I don't have a period because I'm pregnant right now, and I don't know who the dad is, or
yeah, but like Shannon was there. She's not
for long.
Okay, fine.
And Rose is probably already in menopause. Who else is there?
I mean, there were like 48 of them.
I know.
Like,
but who cares? They don't have names.
Yeah, that's why I'm like that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, like I'm just gonna ignore.
I mean, I guess there was
fact.
There was Libby and Ana Lucia.
Yeah.
The others have stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I mean,
Juliet, she probably brought a supply with her when she left the Otherton or whatever.
Yeah, I just like sometimes it's funny that like this never gets addressed. It's like, hey, how are they dealing with their period? Like, did it just stop? Like, Because this is just like a natural thing that happens to us,
Yeah.
Like, hey, men, this is a natural thing that happens to people who have uteruses.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to explain. No, it's just like one of those things, like the medicine. It's like, yeah, I just kind of gloss over it because it's like it's irrelevant to the plot. Like,
yeah,
I don't need this to be filled up. It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
What is it called? Suspension of disbelief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Poetic license is also like, it's poetic license. Just accept it because it's for the story.
Yeah, sometimes you just kind of have to do that.
Yeah. All right, next up we have Jin has a temper tantrum on the golf course.
Oh no. Who beat him in golf?
Alright, Jin. You sink this putt, you win.
He can't understand you.
You can feel me, dude.
He can feel me.
Congratulations, dude. That's right, Jane. You'll get him next time.
It's okay, man. It's only a game.
너 나 지금 동정해? 전장되는 일이 하나도 없어. You can't feel. 누가 할 말 있어? 얘기하지 마, 임마. 좀 다물어, 제발. 빨리 하고 마이크한테 어떻게 될 수 있어? Get her names in there somewhere. 뭐 때문에 이러니 아무도 나 이해 못해. 난 한 분만이라도 행복하고 싶은데 왜 나같이 행복할 수가 없어? 이 말도 안 되는 게임 누가 만든 거야?
Maybe we should do something.
아, 제발 이거 좀 풀어줘.
He still has a handcuff on.
그런 눈으로 보지 마. 너도 터지는다. 이거 안 get it out. 이거 그냥
Just let him get it.
얼마나 좋겠는데 그냥 들어가 임마. 이거 들어가. 개 같은 경우. 왜?
Maybe we should take a break from golf for a while.
Mm-hmm. Aww.
난 아무도 없어.
That's why they don't play golf after season 1.
You should just take a break from golf for a while.
Handcuff him. I remember when they finally took it off at the hatch. We were like, yes, finally, it's gone.
Aw, poor Jin, when he was like, I'm so alone, why can't anyone understand me? Aw.
Yeah, everything was just getting to him. All right. Second to last episode, The Envelope.
Why would you grab it with the other hand?
She was losing it.
I'm fine. I'm really fine. I just need to clean up before everyone gets here.
It's him, isn't it?
What? Who?
Ben? Did you invite him today?
Things have gotten awkward.
Finally told you how he felt, huh?
He didn't say anything. It's just complicated.
Okay? Complicated doesn't make you cry.
I burned my hand.
That doesn't make you cry either. What happened, Julie?
I think we're in big trouble.
Are we?
I need... If I show you something, Do you promise not to tell anyone? Do you swear? Not anyone.
The music. Wow.
So that was actually a deleted scene from one of the later Juliet episodes. The one where she discovers that Ben has cancer. That's what was in the envelope, was the x-ray of his spine.
Who's that lady?
She was in that first Juliet opening episode where they're doing the book club. She's the first to show up at her house when she's like, I burned my muffins and my hand. And she helps her. It's, you know, if there's a sweet old lady, it makes you think they're not the others. She never shows up again.
No.
She's just in that one and in this one, and that's it. Because it's like, why would there be a sweet old lady? All right. Are you ready for the last one?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. The final part. Episode 13. So It Begins.
Come here, come on.
Come on. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Yes. Hey, listen. I need you to go find my son. He's over there in that bamboo forest, unconscious. I need you to go wake him up. Okay? He has work to do.
Is this from like the first episode when they first crashed? Mm-hmm.
So Vincent was doing right before he ran by Jack. He saw Jack's dad.
Who's apparently Jacob's messenger, whatever, representative.
What'd you think?
Just weird.
It's one of the weirder ones. It's from... They always want to do a Vincent episode. Where we see the show through Vincent's perspective.
That would be kind of cool.
But it can never really... It was, at this point in the show, that's a filler. That's a filler episode idea.
Yeah.
And they're kind of past filler episodes for the most part. So they're like... Well, we did have this one idea where we would flash back and he would have seen Jack's dad. So they made that into one of these.
Yeah, Jack's dad is a weird, like, thing on this show. Like...
Yep.
I don't really know what to feel about Jack's dad. Because it's like, he's not really there.
Multiple people have seen him at this point.
It's...
Not just Jack, but now Locke and Claire have seen him as well. And Vincent, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird.
Yeah. Oh, Miles saw him too, but Miles is already weird, so I don't know. I don't know if that's his powers or
yeah, because Miles is a ghost whisperer, so
yeah. The only people and Vincent is a dog.
Yeah.
Locke is the only one with no connection or powers necessarily.
Whoa!
To perceive ghosts. Locke has never seen... Oh, no, he did see... what's his face?
Walt.
Well, Walt's not a ghost. No, he saw Horace from the Dharma Initiative in a dream.
That's
and
what I
Yemi.
mean. Like, he gets visions.
He saw Yemi in a vision.
Yeah.
But he's never seen the dead while awake. Like, Echo saw Yemi once, and Jack, obviously. And Claire.
I guess Locke
Miles.
just sees visions. But that's still technically kind of a power.
Yes, it is. But I'm just saying, Jack and Claire might be able to see him because he's their father. Miles can already talk to ghosts, and Vincent's a dog.
Yeah.
Locke is the only one that's like most disconnected from that to be able. Oh, and Michael saw him too, right before he died.
Oh yeah,
he showed up and says, "You can go now."
Yeah, but then at that point, we kind of know he's like a representative. For Jacob. At this point, I think the island's name is Jacob.
Okay. It could be he was a ghost, and when he became Jacob's representative, he got like
a corporeal body.
Yeah, like he's not like alive, but he is like anyone can see him now.
Why? I mean, I guess he technically was on the plane.
Yeah, he was.
His body was on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess.
His body and Yemi's body disappeared
on the island,
and then when they started walking around.
That's true. Yeah, like I guess technically both of their bodies are on the island. So if somehow the island...
But Jack saw him off the island.
Yeah.
After leaving the island.
Yeah. That's what... Well, but at this point, we kind of already know that like the island can move and shit. And
sure.
And it has weird powers. So it's... I don't know. Because we still don't even know the full extent of the island's like powers. And we don't know like... what exactly is sentient about the island. We just know like Ben keeps talking about like the island's kind of like alive, sentient. That's why I'm thinking like he keeps mentioning Jacob, so now I'm like, is the island just its name, like the island goes by Jacob, like instead of, because it's easier to right, it's easier for people to
think it's a person in charge instead of the island. Yeah.
Like, the island could present itself as Jacob, but, like, maybe it doesn't have enough power to, like, have a physical body of Jacob. So he just uses, like, people who died on the island as, like, a corporal body to give out a message.
Not exactly, but like Ego in Guardians of the Galaxy. Because he is the planet, but he creates little... a human avatar that he controls to leave the planet, kind of thing.
I guess, yeah, maybe. I don't know if there's so much as like a physical heart, like, or a physical brain like Ego has. Maybe, I don't know. But like I said, because we just don't know enough about the island.
Yeah.
But it could just be like it is similar to like an Ego thing where the planet is sentient.
And just creates a person to be like, this is me. Just talk to this.
Yeah, because it is easier, right? Like it is easier for like for anything, like even animals, right? Like to have like something. It's easier for something to comprehend, like organic life to comprehend, like another form of organic life.
Yeah.
Than to just be like, it's an island, right? Imagine if someone like if Ego walked up to you and was like, I'm a planet, would you be like, cool? Like, or like if his brain walked up, like just was there, like if you just saw Ego's brain without the avatar, you'd be like, what the fuck is it? Like, is this is the planet? No, you'd be like, I don't know what this is, but it ain't a planet, right? Even like other like not myths, but like I guess gods, right? Like. Even like Mother Nature, right, has like an avatar, like, right, you see like Gaia or whatever. It's not like
you don't see their true form. It's like, this is easier to understand.
Even in Moana, it's like I mean actually she is the island though, but it's like she's the island, but it's like you see her physical like form. So,
Yeah.
and she's also a god. So there's that, but goddess. But yeah, it's like maybe Jacob's just the island. That's a really plain name for an island, I gotta say.
It's a biblical name.
Yeah, but I mean, this show doesn't really give off, at least to me, like it doesn't really give off biblical vibes like that. Not like hardcore biblical vibes.
I mean, there was Echo. He was a straight up priest.
Well, yeah, the character, but like I mean, the show as a whole.
I mean, faith is a big part of the show. It's not necessarily concerned with organized religious faith, although in the case of Echo and Saeed and Charlie a little bit, it kind of was.
Well, that's what I mean by like.
It just means the abstract concept.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
faith.
of like spirituality. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
then yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get. I totally see that.
Yeah.
But like biblical, I mean, just because the Bible isn't,
The main character's name is Jack Shepherd.
I forgot about his last name.
His dad's name is Christian Shepherd. J.C. Shepherd.
JC is it? Oh, I guess
Jack
Jesus Christ.
Christian.
I don't know. I guess
When your show has a main character, their name has to be somehow connected to Jesus Christ. Yeah, they have to have the initials J.C. or have Shepherd or something.
I never really connected those dots. I don't know. This show doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it never really seemed that it seemed spiritual. Yes.
Yeah.
Like very
biblical.
Very spiritual. But
season
not
2
like
was biblical because they were focusing a lot more on the science side. So they had religion over here, like, hey, don't forget faith.
Oh yeah, like when the whole like lock and.
But the last 2 seasons, I think they do diverge from the biblical stuff a lot. Other than the mention of Jacob, but even it's not literally Jacob from the Bible. He's just his name is Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of people named Jacob.
Yeah,
so.
but Jacob's ladder.
Yeah.
All that.
I don't know.
Jazz.
I mean, yeah, I do agree. There's a lot of like spirituality.
Yes.
Heavy, yeah, a lot of spirituality because like, the island's basically like, yeah, do you believe me or not, kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. I still want to know what's up with the numbers though, because like,
yeah,
it seems like Hurley still hasn't really gotten over that.
So I was considering talking about this here because I don't actually have all the info memorized. But there was an ARG.
What's that?
Augmented reality game made for Lost that came out sometime between, I think, season 3 and 4, or maybe 2 and 3. Basically, on the internet, they make a lot of fake websites or social media profiles that set in the Lost universe. And fans scour the internet to find clues that lead them to the next clue, which leads to new information. This has since been made non-canon because it contradicts some stuff that happens later. But a lot of it did have to do with the numbers. Basically, according to the ARG, the numbers are the result of a doomsday equation. Some scientist figured out an equation to figure out when the world's going to end. And the numbers somehow translate to the end of the world. Either it's like a date or a time. A little unclear. The goal of the Dharma Initiative was to change the result of the equation. Which is why they constantly broadcast it out to their home base in Portland from their radio tower. They're constantly beaming out the result of the equation. Every time it's the same, the numbers. But the hope is that through their work, they can change the equation, which would change the results, so the numbers would change. Never happens. There's a lot of stuff around that changes, but that specific information does not contradict the future. So basically the numbers are the result of this equation. However, the creators say that's not what the numbers are. That's just another example of the numbers. In the same way the lottery numbers won. When Hurley turned the car on, the numbers were there. When he was racing through the airport, on the back of jerseys was the numbers.
They're just like, yeah, that's just another instance
of
the numbers popping up.
Yeah. Which is this equate. But that's why they were playing at the radio tower. That's why Rousseau heard the numbers and they crashed and found out on the island. This equation thing. And that's the purpose of Dharma, to change the numbers.
Well, that's not canon, is it? I don't.
It's loose. It's real loose.
Because in the show they kind of explain what Dharma is.
Well, they say the point of Dharma is to change the world, save the world. What they don't say is specifically this equation that we have.
Well, yeah.
If we change this equation, that means we save the world. But they kind of, that's a little too weird.
That's kind of a stretch because they
because they do a lot of different stuff. So, but I guess the numbers changing would be evidence that their work is working.
I guess so, yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know. But it had a lot to do with the Hanzo Foundation. We know Hanzo's the guy who bankrolled Dharma. And also, it's the same name as someone who captain, I don't know if it was the captain or first mate of the Black Rock. The slave ship. Mm-hmm. Because Charles Whitmore was trying to buy his journal at that auction.
Yeah.
His last name was Hanzo. The Hanzo Corporation, the name pops up here and there. He was more involved. And also, I don't know if it's the same ARG or the second ARG. There's also one about the guy who gets sucked into the plane engine in the first episode. Wow. He was an author. And he wrote a book. I forget, like Twin something. And Sawyer was reading the manifest or whatever it's called, the manuscript for the book in one of the season 2 episodes. He's the guy who wrote that spec for the book. He went on the plane because he was dating Cindy, the stewardess or the flight attendant. And she was like broke up with him, so he bought a ticket for her plane to like try to convince her to stay together. And they crash, and he immediately dies by falling into that plane engine. But yeah, there was an ARG about him. I forget how that's involved with everything, but there was some more stuff. Like he also worked with Hanzo.
Yeah, but I mean, none of this kind of matters because it's not canon.
It's soft canon, meaning it's all canon unless it contradicts the show. Then it's not canon.
Do they officially say that, or is that just like people's speculations and like headcanon?
When it first came out, it was canon, and then became less canon as time went on, as the writers were like, actually, we decided we're going to do this instead.
So I'm just gonna ignore that.
Sure, but I feel like I should mention that at some point in this episode. Seems like this is like a little bonus thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I might as well mention it now. Please correct me. Any of the stuff I said was wrong. This is all off the dome. I watched multiple YouTube videos and read a lot of articles about stuff, but it's been a minute, so I don't totally remember every detail. But that's the gist. That's the important stuff. That's what the numbers are technically, and
but that doesn't really still explain what the numbers are, because if that's just one instance of the numbers, then
it was supposed to be what the numbers are, and then later they're like, actually, we have a better idea, so we're just going to say that's just another instance of the numbers.
Yeah, so it doesn't
what they
explain what it is. My answers, there are no answers still. I still have, but yeah. So yeah, I kind of just want to know what the numbers are, because it's like they haven't really brought it up as much. Like they haven't,
because Hurley's story arc was kind of him. He believes the numbers or the curse or whatever is either not real or not like a factor anymore. So he's kind of moved past it, and that's why they haven't come up again, because he's not freaking out about the numbers anymore. Although now in the present he's in a mental hospital, maybe they're gonna come back in a big way.
Probably.
Although Saeed got him out of the hospital in the finale, so maybe not. Who knows? Let's see. Who knows?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
In season 5.
Season 5. Speaking of which, new season means new colors. White. Is that too bright for the camera?
I don't know. Can you guys tell it's white? It looks kind of similar to the blue that we have.
Well, it's as white as this thing gets. But also the blue projector light's still going. I can't get the angle right to change the color on that. Actually, I don't even know if it has a white setting. I'll fix that for the actual video, but you get the idea. Season 5 is white.
What made you choose white?
That's the color of the season. Every season has a color.
It's just white?
It's just white.
Nice.
Honestly, in retrospect, I think season 6 should have been white, but they didn't know that at the time.
I don't know what any of this means. So.
Yeah!
I still don't know how the colors correspond to the seasons, to be honest.
Well, season 1 was kind of a teal, so it's like green and blue. We're surviving.
Sure.
Season 2 was in the hatch, so they had like a rust color.
Okay.
Season 3 was green. I don't know why.
See, yeah, it's like that. Season 1 should have been green if they were like in.
And season 4 was blue because I assumed the freighter was on the ocean.
All right, I guess.
Yeah, I know that one's a stretch. But
Yeah.
season 5 is white. There is it's not a bad reason. You'll see why it's white.
Okay.
This one's one more obvious. I mean, season 2 I think is probably the most obvious why it's rust colored because the hatch. I think it's probably second clearest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll find out.
You'll find out, and you'll find out at home. Thanks for watching this, everybody. Hopefully, I was able to keep all this in. I don't know if I have, copyright. I would have to cut some of these shorter. Oh, I guess you'll know because you just watched it. But don't forget to join us because next time we're going to start season 5 proper. Yes, we're actually going to start season 5.
Second to last, right? Or is
Yeah, 6 seasons.
I'm almost there, guys.
Almost there. And not to get your hopes up, or you have the comment section accuse me of spoiling, but season 5 is known as the Answers season.
Good. I need answers.
There are many who would disagree with that statement, but I think it's fairly accurate.
Some people would disagree with the answer season.
Say that that there is such a thing on Lost.
Yeah, I guess
you will be the judge if this is in fact the answer season.
Because this is my first time watching. Mm-hmm. So if it can answer things as a first time viewer with many questions, then yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Season 4 is the freighter season. It's like this season's all the new mysteries and most of the answers are about the freighter in season 4.
But they do answer a lot of questions about the freighter in season 4.
Yeah, all the new mysteries are pretty much answered in season 4. Give or take a handful.
Yeah.
And they do answer some older mysteries too, but not as much as maybe season 3 did. Mm-hmm. But season 5, some consider to be the answers season. So.
Is that after a few rewatches?
Oh, for sure.
They're like, oh yeah, they answered this after my 7th rewatch of this episode. No, we'll see.
I will see. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to join us next time. I already said that. Bye.